Well, action is something that I've always enjoyed watching, right? From a very young age. I've grown up watching, my father's action films.
Of
It
course.
started there, and then I'm a huge fan of Sylvester Stallone myself.
So, one question that you would never ask an actor as a journalist.
How do you look so good? You got
अरे but
to.
that secret to you gave me na Isha.
अरे यार, I gave you.
For Isha, obviously, it's like everything put together, but more of genetics, I feel.
That's 100% genetics also. I have grown up watching my mom work constantly, and she got some amazing female oriented roles even back in the day. I've seen what she's done, whether it was Lal Patthar or Khushbu, Kinara, and Razia Sultan, all female oriented.
Hi, and joining us for yet another exciting interaction on midday.com. We have the beautiful Isha Deol, Karanvir Sharma, and Rahul Dev. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Natasha.
They are the cast of Hunter that everyone's looking forward to. So let's start with an introduction to your characters. As we can see, it's an action-packed drama, but let's get to know your characters.
I play Divya, who's this simple girl from a small town, and how she's come to Mumbai city to fulfill her dreams. Is a freelance journalist, as you can see in the trailer, and how through the progression of the story, her character interacts with Anna's character, and that they are on a hunt. And the graph of the character is from being a simple girl, how she gathers a lot of guts and. It's been wonderful, very adventurous playing a character like this.
So my character is an SHO as a cop, and his surname's Huda. And so obviously he's like got a Haryanvi twang to whatever he says or speaks. The dialogues in terms of the screenplay were developed as we went along with the writer and a collective writers. Initially, it was thought out that probably this person's going to be Apte, which is Maharashtrian. But sort of, I didn't think I sort of fit that bill because I don't look like a Maharashtrian. So, better sense prevailed, and they gave me this to play. Thanks to the director, it was totally his idea. In terms of the way he is, he's very brash. Usage of the languages come in handy there for the brashness bit, especially a little tongue in cheek in your face, somebody you might not really like too much to get on the wrong side of. And a sort of a game between him and that of Vikram, which is the ACP Anna's character, is that of sort of one-upmanship as the story progresses. He deals a couple of nasty blows as the story progresses in terms of the story and the structure of the screenplay.
I'm playing a cop as well. His name is Sajid Sheikh, and this is the third time around I've played a cop. I played it in 24. I did a film with Sunny Deol,
Yeah.
which was Blank, and there was a lot of action in that as well. And now again, where there's a bit of action towards the finale of it as well, where I'm involved in. So I think overall, he's the good guy trying to just tell Vikram, to not go bad, not to go rogue. So that is going to be very interesting to watch, where he's flipping into his personal turmoil and put in a lot of additional chaos that is happening, and he's being framed like you see in the trailer. And I'm like calling and telling him, okay, boss, somebody's been murdered, and they are sort of convicting you. So you, and then the story progresses. So this is out and out action, a lot of human emotions, and towards hopefully. And I'm really scared to see the series myself, because it's the first time I've done something where my character takes a turn and it goes the other way. So whatever, it's going to be interesting.
And are you all fans of this genre in real life as well as viewers as well? Action, murder mystery, thrillers.
Well, action is something that I've always enjoyed watching, right? From a very young age. I've grown up watching, my father's action films.
Of
It
course.
started there, and then I'm a huge fan of Sylvester Stallone myself. So action is something that I've always loved and enjoyed.
Basically, I'm a product from the commercial sort of side of things in terms of cinema. And I always used to sort of want to be on the other side, the more real race. And after a while, it sort of got very boring for me, to just be part of these mainstream films where, dialogue bazi hai, wo sab hai. And then came, thankfully OTT, and then a lot of the other side I got to do. So this one's come as a sort of fresh breath away, because it's larger than life. So it is larger than life. But yet at the same time, it's got characters which are storyline which has got a lot of layers. So it's been interesting as a journey as an actor to collaborate on this one and contribute towards, say, making Huda into flesh and blood, actually.
There are two kind of action series or movies that I like. One are those out and out, where एक हाथ मारो एक punch मारो तो बंदा 10 फुट दूर चले जाता है, and everything is high speed, and the dust is blowing and the punches are, having that kind of a high speed impact. And at the same time, there's these realistic action dramas which has a lot of logic to it, a lot of suspense through logic, and at the same time, hard on, fast paced, realistic action. So I think, to speak about this series, I enjoyed everybody's part, especially Anna's, because he's played it so subtly. It's kind of a real character. Even Rahul sir, Esha, they've done it so realistically. Like you feel that you can literally connect to them. When I've just seen the dubbing portion of it, and I could just, even in the rough edit, I could relate to these guys and how genuinely these guys have performed. So I think that's what people will take away from the series.
Especially post the pandemic, OTT has become bigger than ever before, and there are great parts being offered. So since you guys have been in the industry for quite some time, so any changes that you all find, especially post the pandemic, the kind of work coming your way and the content being put out?
I think people are back to cinemas. I think that's one thing that is good. And at the same time, if we talk about the OTT, that it's like burst into a new galaxy. And now even more with, like, you can, on a shopping app, you can also have your, watch time, and it's all interconnected. So I think that's very interesting.
Of course, definitely the OTT has opened up platforms for so many more stories to be told. So many more writers coming in, so much more different kind of storytelling being appreciated by the audiences. So I think it's great, and there's a certain style to it. I think you get lots more time to tell a story. Like here we have 8 episodes, whereas in a film you do it within 2 hours. Each has its own, I think, beauty. I've always been working in films. I just did one web series before this. This is my second one. So it's been fun. It's different. It's nice. It's new. It's very corporate and very organized.
But any content that you guys are catching on OTT that you all really are hooked to, maybe Indian or international?
I usually watch while traveling or on flight. At home, it's pretty strict schedule because I also have 2 daughters, and so whenever I get a chance, I watch. But I watch movies now that the theaters have also opened up. I like to go watch, eat popcorn. And as far as shows are concerned, my husband watches a lot of shows. I'm going to start catching up on what I've not yet watched. So I'm really looking forward to a couple of them that I've got on my list.
See, a lot of these YouTubers and this brilliant talent, they come up in a series, and it's like we have to watch them actually perform, and you realize they are good actors as well.
Yeah.
So hats off to them, यार. अच्छा लगता है ऐसा देख के, और इस किस्म का रियलिस्टिक परफॉर्मेंस देख के, तो ये सारी चीजें तो डेफिनेटली आई एंजॉय. अभी मुझे फर्जी देखनी है, मुझे वो शुरू करना है, उसको देखना, बट आई हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड, आई हैव हर्ड so much about it, I think.
And since both of you have been part of some amazing movies as well, so is there anything on your wish list that you wouldn't be able to say no to, but came to you?
I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to doing more adventurous, action-oriented characters because I enjoy it. I feel I look quite convincing when I do such roles. But I think, by the grace of God, getting good work for me today is a lovely feeling.
I think what I look forward to is working with good people and good team because I get very vulnerable. I don't know if it happens to you, Aisha or Rahul sir, but पहले दिन पे ना बहुत nervous energy रहती है because you don't know the environment and everything. तो अच्छे लोगों के साथ काम करना, I think that is my priority more than anything else. So that my performance also gets better overall.
Just some fun questions, so nothing serious here. So,
All right,
if you were,
don't
a hunter in real life, so what would you hunt down, or who would you hunt down?
I will hunt for a good script.
That's the perfect actor.
अगर मुझे हंट करना होगा तो आई विल हंट जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे ये आपका बिग बॉस का चेहरा नहीं देखा है मैंने अभी तक बहुत सारे लोगों ने नहीं देखा है तो उसको लाके ना पब्लिक के सामने डालना बहुत जरूरी है
Yeah, and since the series is based in Mumbai, so any place in Mumbai that not many people may know about, but you have a lot of memories there.
I never in my wildest dreams thought I'll be in Dhobi Ghat. And I want to shoot in the heart of Dhobi Ghat and climb all the way up and see the train running down below. It was an amazing experience. That's why, thanks to films and web series and all, we get to go and be part of some of the most wildest places which you never would even imagine actually going to.
True.
But your character lets you go there. That's what I love about films and shows.
शूटिंग भी की है सब कुछ किया जू बीच मुझे लगता है बहुत अच्छी मेमोरीज है अक्सा बीच में बहुत सारी अच्छी मेमोरीज हैं सबसे अच्छी मेमोरी मेरी मुंबई की वियर्डली इज ट्यूलिप स्टार जो होटल है जुहू में वहां पे हम लोग जाते थे तो रेस्टोरेंट में जाते थे खाने पीने जाते थे फिर वहां वेडिंग्स अटेंड करते थे ऐसा हो गया है कि वहां पे भी शूटिंग लोकेशन बन गई है इट्स बिकम लाइक यू कैन गेट अ डंजन हमारी भी लोकेशन कहीं ना कहीं हम लोगों ने कुछ अपना वहां पे एक्शन सीक्वेंस बहुत अच्छा वाला किया है तो बड़ा अजीब लग रहा था मुझे ऐसे देख के एंड I've shot a lot over there I shot 24 over there I shot for Hunter in Tulip Star.
True, and since Isha plays a journalist in the series, so one question that you would never ask an actor as a journalist:
how do you look so good? You got
but that secret to you gave me na Isha.
अरे यार I gave you yeah, I think that's like one question. I mean, you know what you need to do to maintain yourself, work out, eat right, sleep well, drink a lot of water. And also it can backfire. Like if someone asks you, how do you look so good? You're like, why can't I look so good? So, it can be played both ways.
Looking good is like a team effort at the same time as your genetics. There's so many things. And for Aisha, obviously, it's like everything put together, but more of genetics, I feel. She's a good person by heart also.
That's 100% genetics also.
Maybe 2% is just, good lighting which she has in her house right now, And I think, एक सवाल जो मुझे honestly लगता है कि, जैसे through the course of time, people have been asking this and Aisha or Sunil sir or whoever else, Rahul sir, जैसे वो बोलते हैं ना कि your comeback, nobody ever comes back. You're still an artist. Even when you're not working, you're working towards bettering yourself every day. So it's never really a comeback. तो मुझे लगता है वो as a journalist निकाल देना चाहिए कि artists never really come back. They are always there and given a choice, they'll be acting 24/7.
And finally, your superhero name. If you had to give yourself a superhero name, so what do you think that would be?
मैं तो initial लूंगा जो नीचे आपको दिख रहा है ना KV.
Superhero name for me.
Yeah.
You think, Karan, what should it be?
For you, you're reminding me of Black Mamba with this black dress.
That's nice. And of course, looking forward to your series. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.